We are
Awesome.
live. We made it, guys. Roll high, subscribe. I beat you, Chris. You know, and you're muted.
I'm muted?
Someone's muted.
Oh, no. Chris is muted.
Chris is having technical difficulties. You were just there too. What a shame.
What a shame.
What a goddamn. Yeah, we're gonna have to roll for Chris tonight. All right. So last time on Agoth Doomhand and the Skulls of Power, let's see. Roll for recap.
Oh boy, what are we doing?
I got a 16. So I think that Chris, no
We're
one can
going
hear
high,
you.
low? Like, what's the plan here?
We are going high. Chris, make sure your microphone is the same as your system.
I got a 10. The ideal roll, really.
That is pretty good. Do I have my notes?
Whether it's high or low, it's probably
Yeah.
not the worst roll.
All right, something tells me I'm doing. No one can hear you, Chris. I know. It's funny. You were just live. You'll
Talking
figure it
seconds
out.
ago.
Breathe, Chris. I'll do your. I'll do your recap for. But Jiomi. Okay, so last time, and this is hard for me to remember, but luckily I took some notes. You guys found. You guys reconvened at the floating island of Tuscaton, and found Stag, who was running away from the group because his lover Ignis, her head was found in a box.
Hello. There you go.
Yes, I can hear you. Perfect. In the head was a note, and we don't know what that note said exactly. But you guys sort of brought Chris back to the group, and you guys decided to sail away using investigation checks to the uninhabited island, which was like about a day, I would say like a day's journey, whatever. On that journey, right before you left, you took the crew that you have. So you do have a bunch of crew members. You have Footton Longsnout. You have Trincon Floor Drop something. Michael Foot, Green Toe Longtail, and we'll just start changing their names to Dwarf 1 and 2. And
Yeah,
or if you would like to just yell out Dwarf do this, I will just pick one.
Also, Ebenezer.
And then Ebenezer, the old hag that for some reason you guys decided to get. Then you had a run-in with a floating giant, a stone giant, and it was super easy. All you had to do was cast Dispel Magic, and the giant would have fallen, the cloud would have dropped, but of course you have an angry barbarian on ship and decided to jump off and single-handedly pretty much just absolutely destroy this guy, which was really cool. And the ship, in so doing, the dwarf Adam decided to just use all of the crystals. So you guys are now down to, and I believe we rolled. I gave you guys plenty of time, 2 weeks to roll, and we came to the conclusion that you have 3/4 of a crystal left on that ship. So not a lot of interaction for the ships or weapons, just speed and flying. You guys landed on the ship, on the island. You saw mushrooms. You got out. You found what looks like to be the old Seeker ship. And Matt's character, Bob, who is familiar with mind flayers, has determined that this is indeed a mind flayer ship. I forgot exactly how you guys opened the door to walk in.
I just want to say that these AI, I'm looking at our YouTube channel, and these AI recreations of my face are equal parts awesome and really not flattering.
Dude, I am fat. AI thinks that I am fat. So
sometimes it thinks that you're very suave, and then sometimes it thinks you're very fat.
Well, your suave and my suave are not the same. But listen, that's why everyone has their differences. I just see a fat guy, not suave. Chris, how did we get into the ship? I forgot exactly.
We gave a memory of pain and loss, and then the door opened.
Okay. So with that, I
believe.
I will put you at the entrance of the... Let me just write. Hey, fellow watcher, roll high and subscribe. Enjoy. Every now and then I will break character, and unless it's...
You'll break the fifth wall?
I'll break the fifth wall and be like, hey, welcome. So I decided this particular... I hope this is the right map. Yes. All right. I tried to plan it so that you guys couldn't see anything, but I can't figure. I figure that doing. I will do it later on. Your guys have requested over the last 8 years of playing this game, well, more like 3 years or whatever, a longer dungeon crawl. So here we are. Enjoy. And I also like souped it up. You guys are way too fucking powerful for my here's Booterbot for some of the stuff that I come up with.
Well,
and we need to, yeah.
Before we get too much further, so that could we take a short rest here before we go diving into
would
this?
Would you like to back it up and take
yeah.
The ship opens,
right,
revealing in it a mist of just swampy, and it almost feels like a breath, that this moisture coming out from this place, foul, smelling like rotten eggs. You guys will be outside the ship right before. I'll give you that.
Right. Okay.
To do your short rest.
Right. How are you feeling, Turgan? You knocked up at all from that fight with the giant?
No, I didn't even get hit.
Yeah, I'm feeling fine too.
So it's only me? Damn it. All right.
Chris, that's what happens when you...
We can still do a short rest. I feel like short rest is easy.
Would you like to do a long rest and roll for encounter?
I would like to do a short rest, and during that short rest, give my fellow party members a beautiful, loving, if I can find it, speech about the dangers of going into an unknown place and the courage that you all have to be able to go into a dark hole head first, without hesitation, shows strength, shows power and control of your fear. The courage. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna figure out what the hell happened. What's the ship's about? Maybe information about Zergo if we're lucky. But you guys got this. I'll follow you. Got your back. And you all gain 17 temporary hit points.
All right.
Wow.
Well, boom.
That was nice of you.
My pleasure. And I need to roll some hit dice because I was hurt. Let's do it here. It's 1. All right. After you.
All right.
Turgan.
Okay. Yeah, I'll step into the doorway and kind of cross this threshold.
As you step into the wreckage, the air changes. Thick, heavy, and humming, the walls are wet with blue ichor that drips in slow, rhythmic pulses, like a heartbeat trapped in metal. The taste of ozone and copper sits sharp on your tongue, while the scent of fungus and brine clings to your breath. The metal ribs of the submarine, or the flying submarine, groan above, bending as if the ship resents your intrusion. Beneath your feet, the floor is slick and faintly warm. It feels alive, and you hear a whisper, Turgan, since you're the first one walking in. The whisper says, in your mind, actually, you hear a whisper, the world is flat. Believe, and it becomes. Give me a perception check, Turgan.
Okay. Perception. $23.
Yeah, you know
Wow.
that either you know that this place is creepy, but you're pretty certain that it wasn't the ship necessarily communicating that whisper to you. And with that, you'll also see as you at the furthest distance, which is the purple wall in front of you, you see 3 shining blue lights. You guys can take it from there.
All right, so I let them
All right,
go.
well,
I just,
I feel like the barbarian needs to go first in here.
Well, before you go, come here for a moment, and I'll play you a little tune on my lute and cast protection from good and evil on you.
To all of us, or
On Turgan. On just
Yeah, that
Turgan.
makes sense.
That lasts for 10 minutes. So go forth.
Go forth.
So, like, is this a door that's locked? Or?
It's a wall with 3 shining blue lights. All right. So you see.
Move my character for some reason.
Sorry, say that again.
It won't let me move my character for some reason.
You might be locked.
I'm trying to boot up Tabletop Simulator today. What's the password again?
It's Big Spence and the boys. All right, Turgan. You don't need to roll for a perception check, but you see in front of you this moist blue door, almost purplish. And there are these little nodes that are throbbing light. Sort of in order, 1, 2, 3, right at the door. With your 21, I will give you this. That whisper you heard was mental. It feels as if you're going to have to use your mind over matter.
I'm gonna relay that to the rest of the party. Like, I reckon we're gonna have to use our heads for this one.
I couldn't have said it better. Chris, you're muted again.
I'm glad we have a robot with us that can remember everything. You can remember from 100 years ago. It's amazing. As we approach, we see 3 blue lights in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Are they
Throbbing.
consistent or are they throbbing?
Throbbing blue lights.
Okay.
Why is that important?
Because you gotta stroke it.
Jesus.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and stroke the throbbing blade with my Mage Hand. Just grab it.
Which
Why?
one? Which one would you like to do? We'll do 1, 2, and 3.
Let's go 1.
Okay. Your mage hand goes over, and it touches, and it sort of just goes through this shining light, and you don't feel anything. You almost feel like your hand itself has a little staticky discharge as soon as the mage hand touches the orb, but nothing special happens to your hand, to your mage hand.
All right, I'll move it. Does anything happen around us?
Just
all right.
maybe your hair might stick up a little bit.
I'll move it into the second one. The middle one. Nothing. Same.
My
Nothing,
tabletop simulator crash. That's fine.
Same with the third.
Yep.
Interesting. I don't know. Do you want to touch it, Turton?
Sure.
What does it feel like?
I don't know. What does it feel like?
Give me which node are you touching?
The closest one to me.
All right, you're touching 2. This is episode 103, I think. So Turgon 3 or 2 actually. Okay, so you touch the node. As soon as you touch this node, the other nodes start to have come to life. All 3 nodes come to life, and they are rhythmically vibrating and flashing lights, but they are not doing it in unison. But because you touched this node, you need to give me a DC 15 intelligence save.
Because you weren't very smart. Stroking random things you shouldn't be stroking.
You failed.
Who does that?
You are going to take there's a psychic backlash. You feel your head crack a little bit, and you're going to be taking some damage. And I've souped up this dungeon, and I hope this works out. But I did soup it up for 5 players, so blame everyone else, not your master here. You're gonna take 18 psychic damage.
Ooh.
And you feel a temporary vertigo. And all movement that you are going to be moving is going to be halved for the next minute, which is 10 rounds. But when that happens, you see out of the corner of your eye a little shining trinket on the floor. As the room lit up from touching the load, you notice that there's a shining trinket on the floor.
All right, I go to touch the trinket.
This trinket you are not familiar with. Who would be more of actually Booterbot. This trinket to you, Turgon, looks to be very old, very archaic, but yet like made out of metal. It seems to have something written on it in a language that you wouldn't know, Quilth, which I think you would know at this point because I've said it before and the players have used it, is an Illithid language.
Well, I can do the speak languages spell.
All right, I'm gonna go call over. Hey, Robot, check this out.
So I'll do comprehend languages, and then I comprehend it.
Booterbot, You see that this little trinket on it has a language written 312.
It just says 312.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. That's not very useful, but well, wait. So, are there 3 spheres in front of the door? Is that the idea?
Yes.
Okay. I will go up to the 3rd sphere and touch it, and then go to the 1st sphere and touch it, and then go to the 2nd sphere and touch it in that order.
Okay. You're going to touch all of them.
Well, I'll start with the 3rd one.
Okay. Give me a intelligence check.
Well, a saving throw?
Mhm.
Like, okay, well, luckily I'm good at those. So 15.
Perfect. You passed. This node starts to beat, and what's the beat to the that you would like to have it beat to?
To Satisfaction by Benny Benassi.
Okay. What does that sound like?
God. It's like...
Da, da, da,
Yeah.
da, da, na, 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 and it stops.
All right, now I'll touch the first one.
Give me another. You're doing this. You're brave. You might take 800 damage, but you're brave.
Well, I'm good at intelligence saves. I got a 12, but I'll flash of genius myself, so I'll have a 16.
You pass. Da, na, da, 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 na, na. And then it stops again.
And then the second one.
Give me another one.
And this one is another 12, so I'll do another flash of genius. Jesus Christ. All right, so 16 again.
Wow. Okay. The nodes, everything stops. The music stops, and the membrane wall opens up, revealing in front of you. And of course, I did this out of order, but who cares? A wet-looking room. Oops. Sorry. We're having Dungeon Master issues here.
Difficulties?
Boom. Don't touch. Don't touch. Okay. So now that we fucked up the room, let's go back and fix it. Okay. Sorry. This is why I don't like doing special effects, because it's a little shitty.
They look great, Spencer.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you so much. Okay. So this membrane opens up, and it reveals a room, and the floor is sort of liquidy and gross. And what we'll do here is we will delete.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll delete the liquidy room. The floor is covered in water, and just moisture. And who's going in? Boot or bot? You did it. The room opens up.
Yeah, I want to go in, and also I can't select my guy, so if you could just move him in there, that'd be great.
You see in this room, it smells like rotting corpse. And as you walk in, the moisture that's in this room has like a nasty taste, really nasty. And you see that there are corpses in this room on the floor.
I guess we should go look at the corpses. What do you think?
Yeah. Let's investigate the corpses.
Yep.
As you walk into this room, your feet, you sort of descend. There's a step, and you descend into just 1 or 2 steps, and you walk in, and you realize that your ankles are ankle deep in water. There's the corridor flickers, and there's a faint light broken, and the ruins in the walls. You can see that they're ancient, back in your time, Booterbot, of the Mind Flayer colony, the Shrezel colony, which you know is the Blue Mind Flayer colony from back in the day from whence you came, etched into it. And it looks like these are archaic, very old. And there are... Give me an investigation check.
All right.
I rolled a 15.
I rolled an 18.
These are illithid corpses. And the water, and with your higher roll of investigation, you see that the water, it feels like there's some sort of energy pulsing through it.
Can I detect magic?
Yes.
All right. I will cast detect magic on the water.
There is no magic to be detected here.
Wow. Well, what do you guys think is going on? Or does it matter? I mean, I don't know.
There are just the 4 bodies. Can we tell how they died?
Sure. Which body would you like to go? It's a dark room.
This closest one over the sky.
Okay. What would you like to roll? Would you like to do a medical? Would you like to do...
Well, I'm just gonna take my cane or my club walking stick and sort of, it's like roll them over and use my mage hand if I need to try and see if there's like a wound in the back of the head, or if there's like stab wounds or burns or anything obvious.
You see...
I could do a medicine check if you want.
Give me medicine.
All right. 13.
13 is gonna let you see that this dead body is a Ceramorph, and his head has just exploded. And not just exploded, but his head just looks like it's been ruptured. Something has jumped out of it.
Can I do an Arcana check then?
Sure.
Yeah,
What are
Stag
you
would
trying to-
definitely point this out to everyone.
On the body. Arcana check on the body. I got 19.
And the Arcana check, you're trying to see if there's magic on that as well.
Just like, I don't know what's going on. Right? Yeah.
Booterbot, you have Arcana. Would you like to do, since you are familiar with Mind Flayers and everything, well, Arcana would be... Is that the right check to give you, though?
I could do history. I don't know.
I'll give you... We'll just say... I'll give it to you. Either one is fine.
I would like to assist you in your Arcana check.
Oh, I already got 19. We're good.
Oh, you don't need my help.
You
Yeah,
you know what intellect devours are. You know how illithids put things into brains. With your Arcana check, you are having sort of not flashbacks, but your memory, because you are a robot, you're booting up files, and you are fairly certain that an intellect devourer exploded out of this particular Ceramorph.
All right.
At that moment, at that very moment, everyone's going to give me a dex save. The water starts to bubble, and electricity shoots everywhere. The water seems to be flowing back towards from whence you came. Everyone, give me a dex save.
I got a 9.
A natural 20 for a 27.
Wow.
5.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll inspiration.
Use it.
Nice.
There you go.
What'd you get?
I got 9.
Those of you who got under a 16, Adam, didn't hear what you got.
Yeah,
You
me
got
too.
you guys are going to take 6 lightning damage. Chris, with your 20, I will let you know that this particular mind flare in the far left moves. It jolts. The Ceramorph jolts, and it says, "You all fall upward."
You all fall upward.
Mm-hmm.
Could we tell where
Uh-oh.
the source of this lightning was from?
Interesting. Have you played this game before? Give me a. What would you like to do? Perception, investigation.
Yeah, I could do perception. I would love to do performance or persuasion, but I don't think that would help.
You want to go talk to this guy?
Oh, is he alive?
He just
Or did
whispered,
it-
he just said you all
Oh.
fall upward.
Oh.
The water is moving around as if he's moving. His body's jiggling. You all fall upward.
I'm not gonna approach him. I'm just gonna still look around for the source of that lightning. Do perception. So look.
Yeah, go ahead and give it to me.
What's a 19?
Wow, I hate your rolls. There happens to be a organic looking cord in this guy's hand that seems to be tethered to the wall where he is sitting.
Are there any of those cords around us?
No, it's the only one.
Okay. I'll point that out to Turgan. I think it's using him to talk. Do you think you can cut that cord?
Yeah.
Sure.
Or do we
Yeah.
want to talk to it first?
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Whatever. I think, like, we're probably going to be talking to him pretty soon, but you can talk to him now if you want.
Oh, okay. Stack will turn back to it, walk a little bit closer. Actually, hold on. I have a ridiculous idea, and I am going to have a 3rd level spell slot left, right? Where is it? Yeah. So I am going to look at this dead mind flare corpse behind us and use a 3rd level spell slot to animate the non-magical item that is the body as my
The one that's definitely dead.
dancing. Yeah, the one that we just looked at that's
Okay.
definitely dead.
Okay.
It lifts up and is basically my animated statue.
I hate you so much.
I love
right.
you, Spencer.
I made his head blue or turquoise for you.
Okay. So I'll move him about partway in between and speak and make it look like he's mouthing, but as I try to do ventriloquist through this dead mind flayer. Oh, he has no head. Never mind. But I will say, are you the mind flayer or are you something else?
Who said that? The world. It's beneath. But yet it's above.
Who are you?
Oh, I am the flat see. Everyone roll me initiative and a dex save. As
Oh,
the
boy.
water, you see this this sort of organic cord jiggle and shoot electricity into the water. It emits the electricity and it radiates through the water. Everyone give me another save. And then you have to
I got
roll.
17 on the save this time.
You are good.
Got a 16.
You are also good. Turgan! Dex boy!
I want to the log, but it's not popping up for me. But
It's showing.
just rolled.
Oh,
Would you like for me to roll your one?
No, it's there. I mean, I have all the.
That's okay.
he rolled a
log.
he rolled a 3. It's the little cube next to the arrow next to Campaign, Agoth, Doomhand, and Skulls. Next to the little builder icon on the top bar.
That was 20 seconds. So, Turgan, your thing that happened to you, you still got 20 seconds in this combat phase. And of halved movement as you feel like you're like moving backwards. You're like so fucked up. But because you failed this, this you're gonna have to take. Not wow. I'm rolling high damage tonight, my friends. 13 lightning damage to the dome, and you are gonna yell, Turgan. Every time you do an action in this room, you are going to yell, round or flat, which is true? Your eyes are going to roll in the back of your head, and you're going to yell that. You have complete control, but that's what you have to do. And you roll me initiative as 2 of these comatose-looking illithids spring to life, and they're not like mind flayers. They just keep in mind that they are sort of ceramorphs.
I rolled initiative 9.
Oh boy, Turgan, this might not be your night, my friend. You know what? I'm jealous. I want a fucking beer. Damn it! You can't.
It's
You
okay.
can't come to this.
I wanted a beer too, but I was already late coming home from work, man.
Gotta come twice prepared.
The illithids, because there are 2 of them, are going to have L1 is going to go at 10, and L2 is going to go at 17. Chris, what'd you get?
19.
Wow. And Booter?
I got 7. What for? What? Dex save or initiative?
Initiative.
I got 8.
Okay, so you're last. They spring to life and they yell, of course it's round. No, of course it's flat. The gods walk on the underside. Chris, go ahead, my friend.
The mind flayer bodies that sprung to life, do they look of ill intent? More than likely.
You know what? I'm gonna let you figure that out.
Can I do a insight to try and
Yes.
read their?
You really think that these dudes are just here to give you hugs and kisses?
I don't know. An 11.
They do not look like they are. They're friendly.
I was gonna firebolt them anyway.
Yeah.
The one on the right, this guy there, I'm going to shoot a firebolt at them.
Okay.
See what I got. Ooh, does a
We got
15?
music
Oh shit!
now.
Does a 15 hit that creature?
Yes.
All right, it takes 9 fire damage.
Okay. So L2, 9. It's sort of on fire. Yep.
Bonus action. My animated mind flayer is going to go up against their animated mind flayer and attack him.
That's hilarious.
Two can play at this game. Oh, you're not going to believe this, Spencer.
I don't like it.
A natural 20
Oh God.
for a 29.
Nice.
Let's see. I got to roll this. Ooh. So I need to add another die. So it's 14 plus another d10. Ooh. Plus 8. 22 force damage
Wow.
from my full. Damn, that's a good crit. And that is my turn.
All right. Give me 1 second. How much
Which
damage?
of the
How much damage did you just give this guy?
9 fire and 22 force damage.
Okay.
So 31 total.
He is burning. I just had their. I'm sorry. I just had their stat blocks. Morph. Characters. You know, when I do so I've been able to figure out how to like take the transcript and give us feedback as to how we're playing and what you should work on for your next game. Mine was have more of your shit out, and that's all I'll tell you about that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, this Ceramorph is gonna come over, and he is not looking very good. And he's going to walk in the water over to you. Booter, you're closest, I think. And he's going to attack you with a melee attack. And that is a 7.
Like a 7 to hit?
Yeah.
Oh, that definitely misses, yeah.
All right. And that is his turn. It is L1's turn now. He's going to move over.
As he walks away from my dancing item.
I completely forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You know what? That's fine.
he's
going
gonna
to walk
attack
over.
me.
He's going to walk over. Go ahead and give me your attack of whatever.
Opportunity. A 19 to hit for. Ooh, low damage. 6 force damage.
6 force damage. Okay. He's going to take Booterbot, and he is going to see he has tentacles, and they're going to come out, and he's going to try to melee attack you with them. And that is a 13.
Still misses.
His tentacles sort of ooze and swipe at your metal robotic body, and nothing seems to happen. Turgan.
All right. How far away am I from the nearest enemy?
Bad guy?
How will I know?
You are like, yeah, you're like 10 feet away, I would say, because you're right next to Booterbot, and Booterbot's getting attacked by both of them.
All right. I'm gonna take my action and move, or bonus action, and dash up to here and just get this guy.
And right before you do that, you're gonna yell, I got him.
Whatever that thing is, I gotta say.
Yeah, you're gonna yell,
Yeah,
round or flat.
Round or, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
It's better when you do it.
All right, I'm gonna rage. And then I'm going to just hit with my great axe. First one, 30.
That.
So 16 damage.
Yeah.
Then a 12 to hit. Does that hit?
Yes.
Nice. Then 11.
How much damage did you do the first guy?
It was 12. No,
Okay.
Sorry, 16 and then 11. So
Wow.
27. And then my armor, shoulder.
Oh, your fucking
15 to hit.
shoulder. And each time you
And
do an
another 10
action,
damage.
and each time you do an action,
Yep.
you yell out, round or flat.
Round or flat. Round or
Um,
flat.
And how much more damage did you give this guy with your shoulder punch?
10.
Wow. This guy is not looking very good.
I'm a level
Um,
12 barbarian. Like,
Yeah.
I blow shit up.
Yep.
But I also get blown up.
Booter, you're up.
All right. I'll just attack. Which one looks weaker? 1 or 2?
They, 2.
All right. I'll attack 2 with my sword. First is a nat 20, so that hits.
Yikes.
Nice.
Does that mean I crit on the damage?
Yes.
All right, sweet.
Yeah.
So first, let me add. I need to add the what? Do I have 3d3 now? Yeah, I do. So that's 17 times 2, 34
That hits.
on the first.
Oh, the
34
damage?
damage.
Oh
34
my god.
damage on the first.
He describe your kill.
I take out the sword and I just basically I slice across his body and it's like a cartoon where like the two halves separate and the top half just flops over the ground.
Nice. I will put his body back where he was. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll use my second attack on the other one.
He is right on you. That's fine.
I rolled a 13 to hit. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
Sweet. So then the damage for this one is 15.
Describe your kill.
This one I take the sword and I try to do the same thing, but it kind of gets stuck halfway through, and I kind of like and I end up just kind of like sawing it and kind of finally make it across. Kind of like when you've got like a too tough loaf of sourdough bread. I'm just trying to get through it. But I get all the way through, and he drops to the ground.
You know, I appreciate how PG these deaths are. Turgon is still sitting there wondering, is the world round or flat? It has been some time. You see from the corner of your eye that the tentacle or cord that you saw from the last corpse that was sitting begins to wiggle. You guys are who was doing the investigation? Chris, you were under the impression that most likely there's another electric shock coming.
Okay. Is it me?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the room is dead now.
I appreciate that you switched to spooky music.
I'm going to cast a firebolt at that cord to try and damage that cord.
Okay.
Fuck this. For a natural 20 to
Jesus,
hit.
how many
or-
times are you gonna roll a natural 20 here?
It's in the log for
All right.
36
Using
fire
the
damage.
script. Hacking.
The cord sort of. What are you trying to do? Just
I'm
kill
trying
it?
to
Cut it?
break that cord.
This big chunk of electricity, it seems energy, comes down and you sever it. And now it's just spraying around the room. The body of the dead or of the sort of prone Illithid is going to say round or flat, which is true.
Flat. It's always been flat.
Has it?
That's That's what was decided in the debate 100 years ago.
Hmm.
Between the gray and the blue mind flayers.
Come
I
over.
was there. We were there.
Impossible. Come over. Let me see your face.
Awesome, bro.
I'll come over.
As you get over, he's going to say, tell me, when are you from?
I am from now. But we went back. That. We were there during the invasion.
The invasion.
You still haven't told me your name.
I am... And he begins to... My name is Duff. Duff. And his head explodes, and an intellect devourer jumps out at you, Chris, with a surprise attack for you. He's going to... give you a multi-attack. 2 claw
Okay.
attacks.
Alright.
His brain with 4 legs jumps out, and you hear he was about to tell you his name. My name is Duff, and all of a sudden, in everyone's mind, you hear the Shruzzle Brain, the Devourer. No, it would be the Shruzzle Brain, the Truth Teller. A 19. Does a 19 hit you, Chris?
Yes, it does.
It would actually be at 22. And that's going to give you 2d4. Low rolls. 1,
Oh, yeah.
2. So that's 3 plus. So you get 5 slashing damage. The second one is going to be a 2. Does a 6 hit you?
No, it does not.
Swipes at you. He said Shrezzle, the Truth Teller.
Adam, the spell I cast on you has fades now. Lost concentration.
You guys, I'm gonna keep the initiative roll, I think.
Okay, I got it.
This guy is gonna go last. So Chris, you're up. You can respond to that.
All right. He's right up on me.
Yeah.
Okay, what level spell do I want to use? I am going to inflict wounds on this thing. I'm going to reach out and touch it.
Ugh.
And inflict wounds at the 4th level.
When you touch it, what does it feel like?
Oh. It feels like it's warm, it's slimy, and it almost is trying to grip and grab at my finger the liquids of the brain and pull me towards it. Does a 16 hit this thing?
I really hope not. Yes.
For 39 necrotic damage.
It explodes.
Oh,
Actually, you know what? It doesn't
Pretty
explode. It doesn't explode. It just
Withers to dust.
it just
from my
collapses.
as it reaches my finger, it just starts to blacken and disintegrate and spread out from there before collapsing.
It just collapses. The tentacle is hanging. Electricity is shooting from it every now and then. And as you guys look around the room, the water is still flowing backwards towards the exit or the entrance of the ship, you notice that the wall is similar to that of the wall that you guys just passed. There's another membrane wall.
Is there anything on the wall around it? Any writing?
Give me a investigation check with disadvantage, as the room is quite dark.
Since I know Booter is knows the languages and I'm stupid, and he found or read the writing on the locket, I'll ask Booter to help look around, see if you can see.
Sure.
And you said super dark in here.
Mhm.
Well, so yeah, let's fix that. So I am going to imbue. Let's say, do you have a non-magical object on you, Stag?
Oh, yes, I do. And he will hold up his club or his walking stick.
Yeah, so I'll imbue his walking stick with 5-foot radius light with magical tinkering. So now we have a light stick. Imagine Gandalf's staff,
Oh,
but like the budget version.
and I'll start holding it around to try and give Booter a better view of anything around here.
Yeah, and I would say the same for Turgan. If Turgan, you have something that's got that's like a non-magical item that I can imbue with light.
He does. He might.
I have dark vision.
Oh, that's probably better. Oh,
Okay.
Spencer, also this is like, sorry to interrupt. Did you
That's
ever
okay.
like give me my shield in game?
You mean from when you guys did your?
Yeah, when we like bought all of our fancy new
Upgrades?
shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Everyone got their stuff.
Really? I don't
Turgan
see
Turgan got
it.
his.
Well, you received it, but I don't think he made it and put it in your character sheet.
Yeah. What was your? What,
Uh,
we can. We
Don't
can.
worry about it.
I
Tranquility
think he
was
read the
that way
stats
because
off.
I made it for myself and just gave it to you.
What did you want your weapon? We'll just quickly do it right now. What did you want to add to it?
it was a shield that sorry.
It's okay. I'm trying to find my notes about it.
It was a magic shield infused with dragon's blood, ancient amethyst dragon's blood, and it will make a force shield. That's all that we had.
Yeah.
If you don't, if we don't need to interrupt the session for it, we can
No,
do
it's
it
fine.
later.
Your shield, your shield is going to be able to absorb, let's just say, every hit that you get, that you take with the shield and absorb and block for
Mhm.
another character. Like if you were to jump and protect it, you're going to be able to roll a as a bonus action if you were to use the shield, and it's it's armed. You'll be able to give off half that amount of damage in force to the attacker.
Pretty good. All right, cool.
Okay, and I will tinker with that and give you an actual stat for it.
Sweet.
Half damage. Why don't we do half damage maxed at 15? That's what we'll do. Okay? Shield. Booter's
Sure.
shield. The room lights up. Chris, you're able to see two things. There's a plug on the wall right next to the door. Where the cord is supposed to be plugged into, it looks like. You also cut the cord. So
I'll mage hand try to wrangle that and then just try and shove it into the hole.
the cord has electricity. As it shoots down, it doesn't seem to... It seems broken, the cord. The cord connects in, but the part where you broke it with that...
Yep. Oh, damn. What else do I see?
You also see a small compass
Hmm.
that's lying in the middle of this brain that you just.
All right,
I'll
well,
yeah.
let's check out the compass.
Yeah, I'll hold the stick over it so Booter can look at it a little bit better.
What would you like to do to try to figure out what this compass is? It looks like to you to be some sort of like illithid version of a compass.
I'll mage hand it up into the air so it's floating, and I'll move the stick around it so you can get a better look at it.
A spiral. You don't have to roll for this. A spiraling disc-like construct made of silvery bone and dull crystal, arranged like a shell. In the center floats a thin shard of blue light that slowly spins, tilting toward unseen energies. So right now it's pointing towards the electricity.
I guess we should follow the compass.
Do we see the end of that cord on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what does your compass point towards, Booter?
Points towards the electric. Well, you tell Booter. You can say where. Booter, are you muted?
So are you talking to me or to Chris?
Chris gave you the Chris gave you the compass. The compass is pointing towards the electricity.
Yeah, so let's follow the compass.
It's pointing towards the
electric
or the cable.
Yep.
Okay. I'll take the end that was broken off and try and shove that into the wall and plug it in. And then I will mage hand hold up the other end of the cord. And Spencer, you're going to hate me right now. But I'm going to attempt to mend this cord. So I will probably take some lightning damage as I go to touch it to mend this because it is a touch spell.
Okay.
It does take a minute for that spell to go through.
That's fine.
So am I going to be taking lightning damage this whole minute?
No, you're going to roll me a. What do you want to roll for this? It wouldn't be a dex because you're just going to grab it. Do you want to give me a performance?
No. Performance to see how skillful I am.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do performance.
Okay. Now you're going to do it with disadvantage because you are holding an live electric wire.
Okay.
Trying to funnel it to the door.
I'll happily do my disadvantage performance check.
Okay.
Let's see what I get. Well, I missed getting a natural 20 on this. Because that was my high roll. My low roll is a 26.
Okay, your low roll is a 26?
Yeah, my high roll would have been a 34.
Okay. You are going to take half, which is 4 electric damage. And the electricity does not hit the floor. It opens up the next door, the next room. Booterbot, give me a quick investigation check. Or no, give me a quick Arcana check, since you're all Arcana-y.
19.
All right. Your compass that you have, let me describe this to you. It's smooth and cold to the touch. it emits a low hum when it's held to your ear. It smells alive, and if you could taste, it looks like it would taste like copper. And I'm going to send you the stat block for this thing. And I hope I don't give you too much, but I will let you know that it's a semi-sentient focusing tool created in the past by your mind flayer, so you'll recognize this, and it seems to be very similar to the constructs made with the lights and everything in this ship. What roll did you get? I'm sorry, I just want to be able to tell
19.
you. Oh, okay. So you see that it sort of points towards distortions, let's say, and it sort of well, you know what? We'll play it out. I'm going to send you this stat block in a minute.
Sure. Yeah. Just so let's just. I'm gonna follow the compass into the room. Just
Okay.
see where it leads me.
This next Tyler, here we go. Okay. Room 3. We finally made it. Room 3. The corridor ahead looks wrong. It looks wrong, damn it. It looks absolutely wrong. And I had planned on something else, but it's a little messy here. The corridor ahead looks wrong the moment you see it. The walls are polished to a mere sheen, reflecting smooth yet rippling with faint blue veins that crawl like lazy lightning, trickling down, pulsating. The air feels thick, and as if sound moves slower. When you step forward, the hum of the ship deepens, your ears pop, and the world seems to tilt.
All right.
You see in this room, passive perception, you see that there are dead, hung up bodies, blood on the ground. Everything else is immaculately clean.
Well, that's creepy.
What kind of bodies?
Well, I think again, let's follow the compass.
Okay. When you look at the compass, it is pointing Booterbot to your left.
Like right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess
And
I'll
then-
approach where I'll keep following the compass until it leads me to like something.
Okay. Okay.
As you walk forward, Booter, I'll give you a bardic inspiration. Just be safe out there. Don't go touching too many things.
Booter, you go left. As you go left 5 feet, the compass points forward.
Like forward, like down the hallway.
It changes. It changes once you go left. It changes direction.
Okay, I'll continue following it.
It goes straight another 10 feet. When you get straight 10 feet, it turns right.
Okay, I will follow it to the right.
And then it goes straight again. 5 feet
Go
to the
straight?
right. Mm-hmm. All the way and it points directly towards the first mirror on the left.
All right. Okay. Interesting. I wonder why it had me walk in a zigzag, but if it's pointing straight at the mirror, now what? What do you guys think?
Well, is there anything about that mirror? Can
Yeah,
it
let's check it
turn?
out. Well, turning is a good idea. Let's first, can I investigate the mirror?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Give me
go with,
investigation.
it is a 15.
You look into this mirror, and it shows a previous version of the ship. It shows in it, it doesn't have a reflection of you, but it shows in it a ship that happens to be sort of chaotic and on fire. And you look into it and you can see that there is a dark figure in the mirror. And it looks like he's fighting Illithids.
Okay.
this like a
What do you
memory
guys
for
think?
him?
Do you guys think I should go to the other mirrors?
Well, where's
Or
the compass point now?
is the compass still pointing at this mirror?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I'll go look in the mirror.
Yeah, let's do that. Look in the mirror.
If
You
you're
gotta-
gonna stay next to him.
Well, I am next to it, I think. Right?
What are you trying to do?
Like, look in the mirror.
Like, see my reflection, see if it.
Oh,
Use-
yeah, he's coming up next to me. That's what he's saying.
You see. All right. So who's coming next to you?
Turgan.
Oh shit! All right, Turgan. Do you remember the pathway at which Buddhabot walked? Which way are you walking?
No.
Give me a perception check.
So it
I
was
mean, I'm gonna, like. Okay.
The floor seems to be unsettling. You, Buddhabot, if you want to give him advantage and stuff, you can. What are you trying to tell him?
Well, so what I'm trying to tell him is I can give him the directions that I walked, and he can follow my footsteps. Do you feel like
I mean-
so yeah.
I mean, I could get the compass from you, and he could use the compass to get to you again.
Yeah, sure. That works great.
I'll
Whatever you
reach
wanna
my
do.
mage hand over, go 60 feet, I believe. 30 feet. Let me.
10,
30 feet.
20. Yeah.
Would
you
I be
ju-
able to get
you
within
just-
30 feet of Booter?
You just,
Actually,
you're
instead of
hilarious.
yeah, I could do my mage hand if it's a little bit further away. I'll have my floating dead Illithid dancing body float over and grab it and bring it back.
Okay.
Here, Turgan,
Interesting.
you can use
Um,
this.
I will give you some inspiration, aka a cool point for that. That's hilarious.
Would I be able to use athletics at all?
Yeah,
Whatever.
if you want to just barrel through, you can certainly do that if you want.
I mean, or you could follow what the compass says, and because Booter said the ground was looking unsteady.
I think you should follow
As
the
you rush
compass.
off, he rushes off
Yeah.
already.
I'll follow.
You
I was
can,
gonna
you
say I'll follow the footsteps, but I wanted to like use my athletics to be, extra safe
Mhm.
instead of just barreling through.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna tiptoe?
Oh, you know,
All right, you're gonna
maybe
take. Yeah.
cut my
Okay.
checks in half or something with that high 21.
Okay.
To go get back to follow his footsteps.
All right. So Booter, you with a 21, you pass. Your perception using the compass, you get to the mirror. You look into this mirror as you wanted to, and you see the same thing. You see that there's a confrontation happening in this room. Illithids are fighting a mysterious character, and that's what you see.
Since
And they
Turgan
come-
walked off, Stag will follow with the compass, following the compass's directions.
And you also see a similar happening. This, as you guys are looking in this mirror, Booter, the arrow of your compass seems to disappear, and you have it in your hand. It seems that the arrow has just like fallen into the middle, and it starts to hum.
Okay. I think yeah, I mean, I'm kind of at a loss of what to do with this mirror, especially if it doesn't seem like we should go to other mirrors. I
Well,
feel like we could. I mean, you mentioned trying to point it, but what would we point it at?
I don't know. I remember playing a game as a kid where you'd direct light off a bunch of mirrors and shine it in your friend's face, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe let's take a look at some of these other mirrors.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
There might be. I think you're right on that. Which
Alright.
one do you want to go to?
Let's just
Closest?
go in order. Yeah, the closest
Alright.
one, I guess. So let's all head to the next one that's on the left here.
Um,
Conga
As you-
line.
A slow, careful conga line.
all right. The path is going to bring you towards the next mirror, which is straight in front of you, Booter. And who's looking into this one?
I'll do it.
Booter, you see another past in the ship, and you just see mind flayers with a bunch of slaves, and you see them take one of the slaves, sort of put it down onto a table, and you know how it goes. They take there's a tentacle, a
The little eye monster.
Tadpole.
a tadpole, and they hover it over an eye, and that's
Mhm.
what you see.
Okay, let's keep going. Next one.
In this one, you see behind you the door open and the figure walk in, and the mind flayers are sort of caught off guard.
All right, let's go to the next one.
The next one, you see the room is empty. The final one,
Okay.
you see mind flayers sitting in. It looks like travel.
And then there's one more down here. Right?
And then in the last one, you see a massive brain-looking organism scooch by. And
I feel like we need to.
in
do-
its
Oh,
and in
sorry.
its it scooches by, and floating behind it with two blue-looking mind flare is a vial. It's a big vial, and in it a small baby mind flare.
A Zergo.
Maybe.
All right. Well, do you guys think that there's something to do with the order of these?
I definitely think there's something to do with the order of these.
Really?
It's interesting because my compass, the way that the compass works is it points to the strongest psionic field, and it indicated that the strongest psionic field was on the left. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's first in the order. If anything, it could be last in the order because that's what we're about to do. Who knows?
So we had the one with the fight, the one
Mhm.
where the mind flayers are surprised, the empty room,
Mhm.
the mind flayers traveling, the
The brain
tadpole
scooching
dropping,
by.
and
The
the
tadpole
brain
drop, yeah.
scooching by.
Yeah.
So the empty room, is there any blood in the room?
You want to go back and look?
Yeah.
Who's holding the
Sure, so
compass?
that's number 4.
The room looks neat and clean.
And when and during the fight, is there blood splattering everywhere?
It
On the
looks
first one?
it looks chaotic and hectic. There's a dark character
Yeah.
seen in the shadows.
Hmm.
Give me a perception check, Chris, in that mirror.
Come on. No, I got a natural 1 for a 6.
The dark character seems to be shadowy.
Can I do a perception check?
Who's that, Booter? Can you see that figure? I can't see anything. It looks shadowy.
I got a 17.
This character does not look like it's using. It's still in the shadows. It does not look like it's using magic to do its battles.
Okay. Um, so I feel like so the compass can tell you what has the strongest psionic field, and then it also can glow brighter when you approach the correct alignment. So when I hold the compass out in front of the mirrors and just like walk to each of them and kind of highlight
Yes.
and see
Yes.
if any of them get lit up. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna do that and tell me which one.
So what are you trying to do? You're trying to figure out which one of these is special.
Yeah, just if the compass glows next to any of them.
It glows next to all of them, but um, the doom the one with the fighting happening in it.
But the one with the fighting is the one that it
I'm sorry. It glows near all of them. It hums on all of them, but it does not hum on that particular mirror.
Okay, so the humming comes from when it's near illusions. So, and unstable energy. So I think that the fighting one is real life, and we have to somehow trigger this fight, maybe. Or it just means that that's what's going to happen next if we try to do something. Like maybe we need to open this door or attempt to open the
Well,
door.
we have these bodies hanging. I'll have my mind
I think we
flayer
should
body.
I think we should cut one down.
I'm gonna have my mind flayer body pull one down for us. This one right next to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
As this falls, it falls up. And
Falls. How high is the ceiling?
It falls up into the darkness about 30, 40 feet.
I'll have my thing chase it and grab it, try to wrangle it and pull it back to us.
Does your thing... Oh,
It
does your
can
thing
fly.
have a...
It has
Okay.
a,
Does it have a strength?
yeah, yes, it has a
Okay.
strength of, I think 16. Hold on, it's pulling it up. Oh, it's over here. Of 18.
Okay. Did you roll? You gonna roll its strength to...
Well,
I know it's fine.
athletics?
I think it's fine. You grab onto it, and you pull it down. This body seems to be just a dead body, similar to that of the ones you were just investigating in the other room. Turgan.
Yeah.
This mirror you're looking at. Which one calls to you?
Well, I'm just looking at the one mirror, all right?
You are looking into this mirror. You see the fighting style that this guy is using to destroy and walk through this. Well, not destroy, but funnel his way through this this submarine ship, whatever it is.
Can I
It's
do a
similar.
perception on it?
Yes. And
21.
it looks like this is very similar fighting styles that you have. Very similar.
Like a dwarf?
Like a dwarf, barbaric.
Tribal type?
Yes.
Huh. I rolled a 10 history to see if there's anything I can notice.
Are you familiar with? In your travels you have come across zombies? Describe what you would have remembered that would lead you up to being able to determine that this is a zombie.
I saw reanimated corpses of trolls that I knew were acting more funny than usual, and that's what these remind me of.
Nice. So you get it that this is a large zombie, a large zombie, sort of barbaric dwarf, battling various Mind Flayer-esque characters.
But it's a zombie.
Okay. I don't know what.
Does it
I don't know
appear
what-
to look like the size and shape of a Doom Hand?
Well, I think it's Evil Turgan. Some sort of
Evil
alternate
Turgan?
universe. An alternate universe Turgan.
I'll poke my finger at the mirror. Is it solid?
Are you touching it?
Yeah, I'll touch it.
All right, perfect. This mirror shatters. Luckily for you, this was and Booterbot's use of and my botched attempt to not give him too many clues on how to use the compass. This mirror happens to be the correct mirror in the puzzle. The mirror shatters inward, releasing telekinetic shock waves. Everyone is going to give me a dex save. Actually, just Chris. Give me a dex save.
Okay. That is a flaccid 20.
I don't like your rolls. And
I'm a
Seriously?
bard. I have ridiculous stats.
you're going to take half 3d8, and you do not get knocked prone. Wow, these are high. Man, okay, so 17 divided by 2 is going to be 7.
8.
7?
Eight.
No, yeah, 8, 9. Yeah, 8.
You have finally taken away all of my temporary hit points
Good.
that I gave us.
And 2 from the other mirrors shatter, but 2 of them liquefy, revealing 2, and I know that Turgan needs this, revealing to you an encounter of sorts. Roll me initiative as the mirrors melt down to reveal 2 psionic echoes of the past in forms of medium aberrations. And they're going to go on 1 turn at 6. God damn it.
I got also a 6.
Hey, Bootsy. You got a 6.
Bootsy.
Aberration 1 is going to go at 6. Aberration 2 is going to go at 18. Perfect. Turgan, what'd you get?
17.
Hey, Turgan, this is going to get interesting. And then, Chris?
Flaccid 20.
What is with your rolls? Why don't you refresh your browser?
No, I am not refreshing my browser.
You literally,
Yeah, man,
like,
keep it.
it's
Keep it
just
low.
like,
So also, I am a bard, and I have ridiculous bonuses to a lot of things because of being a bard.
all right, let me play the battle music.
All my
Okay.
roles are in Beyond D&D Beyond.
I'm sure that, like, I'm going to get copywritten on this, but, like, guys, come on. Don't give me copywritten music that you can use and then I post it and then give me a copywritten thing that says, hey, it's okay to use this, but, like, I'm still going to mark it as copywritten. Figure your shit out. It's not my fucking fault. Anyway. All right, so from the shattered mirrors ooze translucent silhouettes shaped like the adventurers themselves. So, because Chris, you touched one, you are not going to be replicated. But there's a aberration from one of them that looks like Turgan on the left, and an aberration that looks like Booterbot on the right. I will change the colors so as to not confuse anyone. And the Chris with his fucking high rolls and bullshit is going to go first.
I'm not.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Their features are warped. Eyes, 2 large mouths stitched shut by blue, familiar stitching, similar to that on Zergo's head when your lost love. Each movement trails faint glass dust motes, as though the air itself fractures around them. Inside their chest, a faint sphere of blue light hums, so you can see it almost breaking through what looks like to be the false armor and plates that you guys are wearing. And when they speak, their words are repeated. The world seems flat. Go, Chris, go.
Stag is going to be a little startled seeing the blue around the lips. And he'll put a hand out, kneel, and cast command on both of them.
Okay.
You need a wisdom saving throw from each of them, DC 17.
I do not like this.
I can't fucking deal with you now. Down.
Hold on. One fails with an 8, and you said 17?
Yes.
Come on. Yes! A 22.
So who failed?
Uh,
Buddha or Turgan?
Turgan, the black Black Turgan.
Black
That's
Turgan.
just a color, guys. It's not a race thing. Not here.
What do I have to roll?
We are talking
Nothing.
about
No,
D&D.
nothing. The aberrations look like you in Booterbot.
The one that looks like you is prone on the ground. And I will bonus action go to Turgan. He's down. Get him and show us all who the real Turgan is and give you a bardic inspiration. And
Wow.
when I use my bardic inspiration, I can move my dancing creature and command him to attack on that same bonus action. Because
get
creation
advantage?
bards are ridiculous. And this guy's gonna rush over to the prone Turgan and attack him with advantage. So yeah, so 25 to hit for max for 15 points of force damage.
Okay. That hits him. What was the hit roll?
A 25.
That hits him.
And it's 15 force damage on him. And
Okay.
that's my turn.
Black Turgan taking a hit. Turgan, you're up.
All right. How close am I to?
You are. Yeah, you can make it over there.
Okay. Oops. I'm going to, do I need to rage again? Or we out of combat line?
When were you? No, yeah, you don't need. Actually, well, when did you rage the first time? In the first room against those guys.
Yeah.
How long does the rage last? It's 6 rounds.
Yeah. So okay, I'll just pop another.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
popping rages.
I am going to hit the guy that's down.
Okay.
Hold on. My weapon attacks I can't find right now. This is ridiculous.
Chris, was that a charmed effect? You're muted.
Command might be. It is. Let me see.
22 second attack is a 15.
That hits.
Oh, the spell has no effect if the target is undead.
So 22 damage so far.
It's not undead.
29 to hit with another.
Yeah, so you hit him, and as you hit him,
Another 10 damage.
he seems, as you hit him, he seems to have a little bit of he has a resistance to your damage. It seems a little like when you hit him, it's not you're not fully getting through to him. So he's going to take half. He has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons. So how much total damage did you give this guy?
It's in the game log.
Sorry. Should have that open.
It was another 10. So 20 damage.
All right. So yeah. So 16. Okay. Boom. Another 16. It is now Bootsy's turn.
Okay. So, are these locations accurate? Like where these shadow people are?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna move over here so that they're lined up.
I eat.
I'll do a level 3 lightning bolt
Okay.
and hit both of them, basically.
And they the lightning bolt is a direct hit.
Yeah. That's a
Okay.
17 dex save for half damage, and I did 14 because my rolls are trash.
All right,
Jesus
so
Christ.
Chris, your flying
Yep.
monstrosity needs to do a dex save. A dex
Yep.
save of what, Booter?
17.
The closest one to you jumps out of the way with a 20, and the second one just
Well, it still takes
misses.
half damage, but
Just misses. So what was the total damage?
I fail.
14.
So he takes 14.
14 because my rolls suck.
And this guy is going to take a total of 7. Okay. Black Turgan will have used his turn to stand up.
That's
it.
just half his movement to stand
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, that's okay. And then Black Booter is going to speak in deep speech, which you understand, Booter, because I guess you understand everything, don't you? And he's going to echo a mind lash attack at you with 2 attacks. And one of them is a 19, and the second one is a natural 1. So he's going to completely miss.
Yeah, my armor class is 21, so.
Yeah. And, well, that was a 7, but your first hit, though, is going to be 2d8 plus 4 psychic damage. Now I roll low. 9 psychic damage. And you must succeed a 15 intelligence saving throw.
Okay, I'll do that. Well, I will use.
You have a
My
bardic
flash of-
inspiration too,
Oh,
if you
okay.
want to.
I'll use Bardic Inspiration then.
Hey,
What is that, a D10?
Don't share.
It's floating around him. A little moat is floating around him,
Is it
slowly
a D10,
with the
Chris?
song of "I'm blue, I'm a diva, die." It is a D10, I believe. Where are they? Yeah, a D10.
Right. Well, cool. I got a 9 on that, so now my save is 22.
What was it? I'm sorry.
22.
Oh, hey, Mark. Thanks for joining us. Special shout out. 22 to Black Turgan or Black Booter.
No, this
No,
is your
22 is my.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. And he failed.
Cool.
Oh no, you passed. You were saving the
Yeah,
intelligence.
I passed.
You passed. I'm
yeah.
sorry. I just got sidetracked. Okay. It is now Chris. You're up.
Booter, do you have any temp HP right now still?
Like not really. I have 2.
Okay, so after with using that moat of my bardic inspiration, you would gain temp HP equal to the bardic inspiration die plus 4 temporary hit
So
points.
that's 13 more.
No, it replaces it. So
Replace it.
it-
Right, 13 is
it-
great.
Yep. Okay, I will scooch a little bit further away from the Black Booter, and I will firebolt this Black Turgan.
Okay.
There's my firebolt. Does a 13 hit Black Turgan?
No.
Ah, darn. Bonus action, my animated object will swing. That a 28 will definitely hit him. Oh, another max damage roll. 15 more force damage.
Nice.
Go get him. Mind.
So
Dead
15,
Mind Flayer?
15
15.
total damage to Black Turgan.
Yep, total force, and that's my turn.
Wow. Okay. Black Turgan is going to come over to Turgan and your floating guy, and he is going to use Memory Drain. The Echo, which is what this guy is, projects a cone of shimmering distortion 15 feet wide, covering both of you. Each creature in the area must make a DC 16 saving throw. Turgan and your floating guy, Chris.
This is a dex?
Yeah. No, it's wisdom.
Shit. Nice, 18.
You passed. And Chris, what about your guy? You're muted.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. A 2.
You failed that. Your guy takes 6d8 damage.
What kind of
Cool.
damage?
Psychic. And that's 8.
Okay.
19 and quick. 19 plus 12.
31.
Come on, guys. 31 psychic
Spencer.
damage.
I have to be the one to inform you that all of that damage goes to wash into this dead Mind Flayer, but there's no head there because my construct is immune to psychic damage.
Okay. On a success, you take half of that damage of psychic. So Turgan, you're going to take 15 psychic damage, but you do not. You feel like you're about to forget something, but you do not. It is now Turgan's turn.
Okay. I go to attack Black Turgan.
Blurgan.
Blurgan.
Florgan.
Blurgan,
Can I try to grapple him?
Yeah.
Blurgan and
I get
Bluter.
advantage. I get advantage on this.
They're going in the
I gotta roll
notes.
the hit. Sorry, I rolled the wrong thing. It would just be a strength check.
Yeah.
I get advantage on that. Oh shit! A 1 or 14, and I'm gonna use the bardic inspiration. How much do I get?
You grapple him. Not the strongest.
That's a D10,
Okay.
and this is your ability check.
Yeah.
So you can roll 2 of them and pick which one you want to use.
I got a 7, so.
So you
Yeah.
can roll another D10, and if it's higher, you can pick which one.
So I got to roll a strength against
Oh.
his, but mine's lower, so it doesn't. You grapple him. You grab yourself almost.
All right. And then I'm gonna take one of my hand axes and try to drive it in, and then a shoulder attack, like
Great.
right after that.
Great.
It's my 2 attacks. All right. So there's the hand axe attack. Oh wait, wrong. Yeah, no, there's the shoulder. There's a hit. Both of those.
What was the attack?
19 damage.
19 damage. 19 damage to Blurgan.
It's also grapple.
Okay.
Needs to make the saving throw before starting.
Okay. Booter, you're up.
Are they still in the same location?
Blooter. Yeah.
Let's do another lightning bolt on both of them.
I don't like that. I should have moved.
Lightning bolt, and it this time is slightly better. 23 damage.
Okay. 23 damage on both. Wow. Okay. And this is going to be... man, my head...
My thing failed.
It's okay.
Your poor guy's getting.
He rolled a
Beat up.
2 and a 3 on both of those lightning bolts.
You're rolling high on the important ones, though.
Bluter is going to turn around, and he is going to shoot his memory drain at Booterbot.
Does that work if
And
I'm a robot?
yes, and you need to give me a DC 16 Wisdom save. Probably not the best for you, but you could always fail.
Yeah, I failed that one.
Oh, so 6d8 damage coming your way. That is 6, 12, so that's 16 psychic damage, and
Okay.
another 12, so that's 28 psychic damage to you, sir.
All right.
And you forget 1 minute of the last 10 minutes. So you are going to forget that you have a compass. You're going to forget how to use the compass.
Do I need to delete my?
You are
keys?
going to forget that you gave Chris the compass. That's what you're going to. That's it.
Okay. Shit.
Okay, Chris, you're up.
Stag is going to look at his hands, confused about why his fireball didn't work last time, and he'll fire another firebolt at that creature.
Okay.
At Blurgan.
Blurgan. Okay.
Does a 16 hit
Yes, it does.
for 19 fire damage? And I am
Just-
finally going to learn my lesson and move this guy out of the way.
This creature disintegrates sort of
Oh.
into mush, into liquid mush. And you hear a noise, Chris, bing, when he disintegrates. Something
Okay.
may have fallen off of him. We're not
Okay.
sure.
I'll
Go ahead.
since he falls down, my contract will scooch over to Bluter and make his attack on Bluter. And while he's swinging away, I'll yell to Turgan, I think I heard something drop from there. Where's his attack? It's there. Ooh, 16 to hit. For 8 force damage. And that's my turn.
All right. We're almost done. Blurgan is dead. Turgan, you're up.
All right. I'd like to join Booterbot in helping defeat his shadow person thing. And
All right.
I'll leap. I'll do an athletics check where I'm going to leap over there. One second. So, nat 20.
Shit.
I'm gonna leap over there.
Wow.
What are you yelling as you nat 20 leap over there?
This guy just
Flat.
drove. This guy just drove 5,000 miles today. Just rolling that 20s, no problem.
Yeah, I don't know. The dice are broken today. Now I'm going to. Do I get any advantage on that move? Like
because
do I
he's
get advantage on a swing.
sure.
All right, cool.
But why would you get advantage? Because he's in combat with another.
Yeah, and like I just kind of surprise it by just doing a fucking
Baller shit with your nat 20. Yeah, it's fine.
All right, cool. So that was a 23 to hit on that.
That definitely hits.
Alright. So that's 12 damage. And then I immediately do another swipe. Raw! 29 to hit. With
Wow.
Wow.
10 damage. And then finish it off with a good old Dragon Tooth Spiked Armor Shoulder Bash. 25 to hit.
That hits.
11
Misses.
11 damage.
Yeah.
What was the dragon tooth? Did that give you force, or did that give you poison?
I think it was force because of
Yeah,
the
it's
amethyst.
force. Yeah, definitely force.
I used the force.
Yes. All of those are halved though, so because he is. So I'll just take that last one off.
He's immune. He's resistant to the
resistant
force
to-
damage,
He's resistance to bludgeoning.
but not to that force damage of the shoulder.
Yeah, I just took off. I think the right move would be 10, but not the force damage at the end. No.
Oh.
Okay. It is. Turgan went. Booter, you're up. You're looking at
All right.
yourself. You're like, I'm forgetful today.
I'm gonna attack him with my sword. So first is 11 to hit. I feel like that does not hit.
That does not hit.
Second is a 10 to hit. Wow. So I just like swing at myself and I just can't bring myself to do it, you know? It's tough.
It's all right, Booter. We understand.
Yeah, you know.
It's hard to fight yourself.
So you swung twice and missed.
Yep.
Anything else? Any bonus actions or anything?
I'll bonus action give myself 13 temp HP with Guardian Shield.
Nice.
not?
This guy is going to shoot a 15-foot cone at.
Well, Turgan would be right up on him.
Yeah. So he is going to shoot a 15-foot cone at Turgan. Actually, you know what? Fuck you, Turgan. I'm just going to slash you twice. Mind Lash. Attacks twice. Turgan, 11. And... Shit. An 8. Does not hit you at all. And he sort of pees his pants. He pees a little bit. A little bluter pee. Chris, you're up.
I'm going to bonus action bop him with the dead mind flare for a 25 to hit with. Oh, jeez, I'm rolling well on damage. 15 points of force damage. Jeez. And then I'll step a little bit closer. Oh, you guys did a number on him. Doing good. I don't know where that accent came from.
I do.
It does a 14 hit.
A 14 does not hit.
Okay, so I missed. That's my turn.
He's gonna take a bonus action of communicating, and he's gonna say, "All we know and need to know is that the world is flat. The world is flat, and the baby will prove it to everyone." Turgan, you're up. Something tells me he hits him.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
you're.
looking for my other
that's
AirPod.
all right.
I couldn't find it. This one was dying.
You're up.
Well, I guess I'll hit him.
Do you have cool
that's-
fire axes? Do you like?
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
I
Don't use them.
do?
Don't use them. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess you do.
Just yeah, go for it, man. Let's fuck this.
I don't
guy up.
remember
Let's
having
get him out of
fire
here.
on.
Didn't you get axes? Yeah. Oh, you know what? Do what you're gonna do. I'll tell you what you have in it later.
Okay. Well,
You know what? I'm gonna be a dick
yes.
DM. Figure it out yourself. Go ahead.
All right. My 2 hits 17 and a 27.
Anything higher than a 15 is gonna hit this guy.
Okay. Uh, 15
If it meets it, beats
and
it.
a 9, so that's 24 damage.
So that's gonna be 12 damage halved, right?
So,
Yeah. Okay.
And then another 5 damage because 10 halved.
Okay. If a shadowy creature could look bad, this one looks not so good.
Is it my turn or?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just attack it again. Let's just see how it goes. Oh my god, my 2 hit rolls are trash. Oh, I got an 18 finally. All right. So I think an 18 hits, right?
Yes.
All right. So I will do a whopping 14 points of damage to it.
14, and this creature dies. Exactly what you needed. 14. Oh wait, but it was a what, a piercing?
Piercing, yeah.
Nope, it's still alive.
I
Sucka.
think, well, I don't know what type it is. It says, let me just look. It just says, oh yeah, it is piercing. Yep. Okay, so, all right, still alive. It's
Still
fine.
alive. Still alive. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. 15 feet away. Let's go Turgan. Give me a wisdom saving throw of DC 16.
Is it the cone?
It is the cone.
All right, my construct is right next to Turgan.
13.
You fail. You are going to forget 1 minute. So you're going to pretty much forget everything in this battle. This most recent minute. And you're going to take... That's 10, 13, plus... You're going to take 23 psychic damage.
Damn.
And you forget everything up to this moment from the last minute. So pretty much like you just like walk into the room, you did your mirror thing, and all of a sudden time goes by and you're just standing in front of this like fucked up Booterbot looking character. Chris, you're
Very
up now.
confusing.
Stag is stunned a little bit in this moment, and he's gonna look at Bluter. What do you know of the child? Is it Zergo?
You don't know its
Gray?
names? Don't know its names? Gray, huh? Gray is just the color of the skin, my friend, but it's what's within that we need. It's the belief that we're after. Those that come spreading lies about the earth being round will meet their end.
I agree. Where's the child? Where might we find them to help them
Give me
spread this word?
Are you trying to convince him to tell you? Give me persuasion.
Yes. Hell yes. Come on.
And what would you do to act that out, to try to get him?
He would slowly be walking forward, trying to
Like-
look kind.
Like sexy?
Maybe show a little cleavage, a little leg,
No.
like bunch up the package in his fur a bit.
How would you tell a aberration fake Bluter? How would you convince him to reveal where this guy is?
I don't know, man. I
I'd-
think this guy's at the end of the dungeon. I don't think we have to worry about it.
I would stop at this this zombie hanging from the ceiling, grab it and lay back a little bit, flick my hair in the breeze. How does a 28 sound?
Sounds good. The way you
Kick a hoof high in the air.
the way you flick that reminds us that some of you might actually indeed believe the world is flat. You'll have to find your child. You'll find the child with the truth teller.
Yeah.
And where can we find the truth teller?
In the laboratory, of course.
Where is that?
In
Next round?
located,
If he survives?
At the
it's
end of the
located
dungeon.
in the deepest parts of the Vorlex.
Orlex. Thank you.
Just giving you some lore. Chris, you're up.
That I've been
That's your
stunned
turn.
having that. That's my whole
Okay.
turn.
Turgan, you're up. I would imagine that this is going to be the end of this guy's life.
Yeah, can I just
Yeah.
just finish his ass off?
Mm-hmm. You could pretty much fart on him.
I'm just gonna split him open.
Nice.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
15 plus 9 is 24, so it's 12.
That's
Plus,
that he's dead. He just
Okay.
he just goes down to gook. There is no
plus another 4.
there is no noise from this. There's one mirror left in the room, and it starts to shake, and you see within it a character that you might recognize. He is wearing a wizard's cloak, but he looks like a gigantic dwarf zombie with blue blood sprayed all over his body. And he looks into the mirror and he says, "The gods are killed by killing the beliefs of the mortals. When you believe in something so harsh, so hard that the world being flat, you too must also perish. Belief is something that needs to die." And that mirror is going to shatter, and this door is going to open. I'm going to do this real quick and call it an evening. You guys are all going to have the option of entering the next room. The next room is really, it looks like it's a Booter, from your passive perception, seems to be like a lift of some kind, elevator of some kind. Go ahead, Chris. You're muted.
I'm just listening and in shock. Just reacting. Sorry. Go ahead, Booter.
Well, I think we should all go get in this elevator. That's what we're here for. We need to go find Zergo. And he's
Yes.
in the deepest part of
Is-
the Vorlex.
Are we in the Vorlex?
You-
In
You
the
en-
laboratory in the Vorlex.
You enter the circular chamber. I don't have the circular chamber here. I was just going to move you into the next room if you got here fast enough. You enter the circular chamber with no buttons or levers, only a shimmering column of blue mist rising upward. The floor hums when you step forward, and your thoughts echo aloud. Down. The mist answers with a low, resonant tone. that you follow in your bones. Down, you hear this voice echo in your mind again. The door closes, unless you guys want to try to jump out.
Nope. Staying in.
The door closes and the elevator starts to move downward. As it goes down, you have visions and your ears begin to ring and your tongue tastes like salt and blood. You hear the world sort of earthquaking, and you hear laughter, powerful laughter, and the words that say, "Is the world round or flat?" Each character makes a wisdom saving throw. An easy one.
13.
That passes.
Amazing.
A 10?
That ties it, meets it, beats it.
Oh, thank goodness. My creature fails with a 4.
Creature's having a hard day.
Adam, what'd you get?
For what exactly?
A wisdom save.
Oh,
Is-
As the elevator goes down, you start to
17.
Yeah. Okay, you guys all pass. And your creature does not. He's going to take 2d10. That's 4 and 5. Wow, of course, 1. 5 psychic damage. As the elevator continues to go, you have your mental focus is in question. You start seeing visions. You hear a baby crying. You all see a visual mental image of a baby mind flayer laying on a table, a metal table, and there are tentacles and a large moving brain in the background slowly pushing up towards it, and its tentacle wraps around the table. End scene, and that is it for this evening.
Spencer,
Right.
one cool point to you. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I tried on this one.
Same.
Who got the... Did you guys pick up the thing? No.
Not
Or
Not
did
yet.
I rush you?
Stag did point out to Turgan about it, so he would have.
Yeah, I rushed
I
you.
don't know.
I rushed you through it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have looted that, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
Let's
I'll say he would have
yeah.
picked it up on the way to the circular room,
Okay.
and he hasn't looked at it yet. He just would have picked it up and taken it with us.
All right. Before we leave, Turgan, you have picked up a small object, the synaptic ring.
Synaptic ring, okay.
Yeah. While worn, you have advantage on intelligence saves versus illusion and psychic effects. And if you attune to it, if you're wearing it while you're attuning, we can figure that out. I usually just say it's a period of time.
What's the ring called? Can I search it in D&D Beyond?
I'm gonna send this to you. Yeah, there is one I think, but I'll just send this to you. Synaptic ring. If you're attuned to it, you can cast detect thoughts.
Okay.
That's
I'm not
That's
finding it.
that's terrifying.
What?
A raging barbarian who can read your mind.
Roll high
Oh.
and subscribe.
Oh yes, you are afraid of me. I can read your thoughts.
Yeah, I can
Ouch.
rage and boner. Yeah, let's see.
Are you gonna send it on the Discord or?
Yeah, I'm gonna just text. Yeah, I'll send it on the Discord under rules. And the door opens, and the room you're looking at starts to vibrate.